All right, let's do it. Let me say this. I am not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm independent. So, and quite frankly, I don't believe anybody. I don't trust anybody. I feel like politics is not a great thing to talk about when you're in business because, quite frankly, people will fight about nonsense, right? On both sides. I'm going to just say that. But I have a real big issue with a lot of the modern day political conspiracies. Like, I have a real big issue with it. The fact that people think that the unfortunate events that happened this weekend was staged is unreal, right? I want to say it's asinine, it's ridiculous, it's absurd. It's any adjective just suggesting that we have lost our damn minds. And it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Now, I know people are going to think to themselves, I'm a Trump supporter. I'm a Trump supporter. I'm a Trump supporter. I'm a shape supporter. I support myself, right? I honestly don't give a fuck who's going to be the next president. Honestly. You know why? My life is going to be the same regardless. In fact, no matter who becomes president this election, I will be okay. I will be fine. Okay? But I've realized that people have fallen for the marketing of the news media companies. They have told all types of lies, and people just regurgitate their bullshit without thinking for themselves. I really feel it's kind of like the legacy news channels are like this puppeteer, and everybody's just dancing the way the puppet master wants them to dance. They're just saying exactly what the puppet master wants them to say. The only difference is they swear they're independent thinking and that they're so smart, right? And then they gaslight you. Like you're the conspiracy theorist. You're not thinking for yourself. All their ideas are original, yet they say the same thing everybody else says. It's wild. I feel like we really are living in a simulation. I kid you not. Like this is, as someone that thinks for themselves as best as I can, I'm not saying I don't have biases. I understand I'm male, I'm black, I'm from America. I'm sure all those things come with biases. But I'm very sensible, right? I read, okay? I take time to rationalize things. And I cannot, for the life of me, understand why anybody would stage their own assassination attempt. It doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe someone can give me a good supporting statement as to why having somebody point a gun to your head and shoot at you and make it look good would make a lot of sense, especially if this said candidate is ahead in polls, doesn't need any more popularity, doesn't need any more publicity. I'd understand if the other side would do such ridiculous things because at least there's a good motive for it. But when you're already in the lead, why would you do something desperate? Now, wait. Watergate. Was it Watergate with Richard Nixon? Watergate? Where he went spied on the campaign and found out, and he did some stuff that when it came to the public light, he was trying to see if he was going to win the next election. It comes to find out he was. But he resigned anyway because of that huge embarrassment of him spying on another political candidate. Yeah, that didn't make sense either. But it's still kind of, you could play it towards the dude was insecure. That's why, right? And he really just wanted to win re-election. I believe that's the whole Watergate scandal with Nixon. But I don't know what they're going to call this. They're going to call this the assassination gate. You know what I'm saying? Where you pretend to everybody that you are a hero by having someone shoot at you. Like, does that make any common sense? You're almost 80 years old. You're up in polls, but you would stage your own assassination. I don't know. I just, please help me find out where is the reward in this, because there's a lot of risk, such as being murdered in this in an event if everything goes wrong. Right, everything needs to go really right. If you watch the video, Trump turned his head just at the right moment, right before the bullet went off. He turned and bullet went off. So literally, he probably should have been facing head on to the camera, and the bullet would hit him at the back of his head. But he just turned. Now, something like this, for me, I would look at like it's an act of God to save someone from inches, make them inches away from that, seconds away from that, moments away from that. But most people that I've talked to in my own community and just online I've seen believe that, they came up with all types of ways that he could have possibly staged it. That's one. I can't get behind that. Having someone shoot at them and making it look good. I don't agree with this other route, but maybe I could see an idea about it a little bit. And this route is where the guns were fake, the shooting was fake, all these things are fake. I can understand a little bit if you don't believe there's like a real gunshot at him and they're not real gun sounds and stuff. But then how do we explain the 3 people that are injured, 1 that was killed? That's kind of, how do we do that? How do we explain that with fake ammunition? And we don't know much about this investigation, right? The gun we don't know what the actual gun, there's no pictures of the gun that fired the shot. So maybe it's plausible that the shooting was staged per se, like it wasn't a real gun. But if it's a real gun, I don't see how someone could believe that they would stage their own assassination with a real gun. So that I don't believe. But with a fake gun, maybe the gun noises could have been special effects or something. But then how do you explain the people that were innocent people that were killed? By the way, I do believe that governments are willing to take people out and kill innocent lives to further an agenda. I believe that. But to look like a hero by risking their own lives, I don't believe that. That's one. 2, this idea that all white people are united and that no one, such as Trump, has enemies, such as all white people agree with Trump, all this whole white supremacy movement. It's hard to believe that, honestly. Another conspiracy theory, I believe. And I want to just say this. This is the honest truth. Everything that has happened to Trump, and like I said, I don't trust him either. I don't trust Trump. I don't trust Biden. I don't trust none of you guys. But I will say everything that has happened to Trump, him being impeached, him being convicted of a crime and becoming a felon, him not winning a second term, and now him having an attempt on his life, these are all things I would have predicted that would have happened in this country to Obama. And none of them did. None of them did, right? Makes you wonder, why is no one attempting assassination on Obama's life? Not that I would want that to happen, but why did that not happen? Why did he get convicted of a crime? Why did he not struggle to win a second term? Right? It seems kind of fishy because he's a black president America wasn't ready for, right? So I'm saying this as a black man, that I could look at this and I could look past what the news media is saying, because I went to school for marketing and I realized how strong the media's propaganda is on the American mind and how malleable the mind is. And they don't even try to acquiesce the information they're being fed. They literally accept the information and then go home and start fighting with other people spewing that nonsense out. And they believe they're thinking for themselves. Whether you like the guy or not, because you don't have to like him. He's not a perfect guy. He's not vegan. I'm plant-based. Trump's not. So I don't agree with him 100%. And being black, I thought I was a Democrat. I'm a registered Democrat. To be honest with you, want to know the truth. So, but that's because I assumed that all black people were Democrat. And I used to fall for these media tricks when I was younger too. But now I'm opening up and I'm officially woke. Not like the woke movement of people who are actually asleep, but they call themselves woke. And I could see past a lot of this bullshit. And I wish more people could. I really do. Because the thing that someone would fake their own assassination attempt is absolutely absurd. That's all I want to say. Please, people, let's do better. Let's do better. Let's read. Let's exercise our right to read. Right? We have the right to read. Let's exercise it. And let's think for ourselves. Let's question everything, even the popular narratives.